Alright, so League of Legends was not working, not allowing streaming for whatever reason. It was temporarily disabled. So we're looking at a VOD now. That's what's gonna happen.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
So that's what we're looking at. We jumped right in, we missed champ select. What up, Murph? We might have a co-caster here.
Hello.
It's Murph.
Hey, I may be a little bit biased because
Why?
I'm part of.
Minions
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I'm gonna try to get in the file as soon as possible.
Alright. I'll hit you up with a timestamp once we're there. Ooh, Starzang popping off some damage on that Ari. Snagging up some early damage. It's gonna stick around. Give an advantage to Jutton, who carried Nimbus Strike Esports in week 1 of FSL. No fancy invade shenanigans this time from Nimbus Strike Esports. Quite unfortunate, honestly. I was looking for some early aggression. That would have been fun to see, especially with the Blitzcrank. Although I guess the Ziggs isn't the best invade champ. Yeah. So Murph's mic is muted because that's what casters do.
My keyboard is very loud.
Oh yeah, sure, that's the problem.
Come on. I also may be enjoying a light snack on the side.
Ah, yes. The light snacks. Brilliant.
On the air, by the way.
What was it?
On the air, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Professional, by the way.
And of course, Photrap already spoiled the game for me. Because he just posted the Gaezu image, perfectly. Oh, the trade in mid lane. Jutton pops half the Ari's health. J4 might be coming in. This could be an possible early kill.
Okay, what timestamp are you at?
I am at 3 minutes and 15 seconds. As J4 comes into the mid lane, gets charmed up. Oh, Ari looking to turn onto Rise. No kills. But Ari's ignited and flash are taken. Possible return for the J4.
Okay. I'm at 3:30. Yeah. Sounds alright.
340 we just hit.
Oh,
42, 43, 44, 45,
You know what? It's okay.
46. Okay.
I'll just be talking during the downtime.
Alright. So, what are your thoughts on the Ziggs bot lane?
I know it's a specialty pick from Phochop of NSE. He's subbing in from his support position to play AD today, as I myself am not available to play, even though I'm casting.
Yeah, hold on. Wait, couldn't you just sub in for game 2? If they really wanted you to? Ooh, mid lane gank. Jutton gets charmed up, taking lots of damage, has to pop barrier but does not use flash. Good reserve from Jutton as he makes it out alive. Only one summoner spell. Keeping that flash to stay aggressive on Ari.
I agree. I think this mid lane matchup is pretty favorable for Jutton up to level 6, where Ari is able to outplay. And considering their high rank, I think it's a really big possibility for me to see this.
Yeah, I mean, I still think the Syndra will probably just be able to pop the Ari though. I mean, like, the outplay is possible, but I mean, Jutton just needs, you hit the stun, pop a Q and press R, and it's pretty much death. Oh, his Vayne gets hooked. J4 is there. Vayne's probably gonna die right here. First blood goes down, exhaust on the support. Blitzcrank flash forward. Ziggs might be able to pick up a long range. And Fochop picks up the kill with that Ziggs. Possible ignite on J4, but he comes out alive. Clean double kill for the bot lane.
I find it a little bit curious that Nimmerstrike Esports is going for the bot lane focused matchup this game because, as you know, the lowest ranked players on Nimmerstrike Esports are the bot side. But I believe that they're just trying to shut down the Vayne, which is going to be strong late game carry. So early aggression would be helpful against such a weak early game champion.
Yeah, as you were speaking, gank attempt goes sour for Starzang up in the top lane. Urgot making that alive, just running away.
Yeah, that's gonna be a story of this top lane. I think Darius is very strong early game, but he does taper off compared to Urgot's increased tankiness in the late game.
True, true. The ult just won't be able to come down for the execute if Urgot just keeps getting tankier. But he does have to be careful in the early game. That bleed was chunking him even when he was under tower and safety.
Yep. And I have a prophetic vision of the future because I was in
You're not. Nah, stop that.
But I heard that this jungler is quite good on Alhambra's side.
Oh,
So
really?
we have good plays to look forward to, I would say, even though I myself could not witness.
Alright.
Yeah.
Good plays to look forward to. I like that. Alright. I don't know, I think this bot lane's gonna be quite volatile. Ziggs not quite the best early game, but certainly better than Vayne.
Yeah.
So I think with the Blitzcrank, J4 could even maybe focus a little bit more time on there. Just it's almost a free way to get ahead. I mean, because just one hook and the Vayne's not really gonna go anywhere. Evelyn looking for gank attempt. Doesn't decide to in the bot lane.
I think it's interesting with this Ziggs pick, it really pushes in the lane early game due to the Q AoE. But it seems like the increased early pressure from the first gank means that the NSE bot lane can just walk away safely.
True. Yeah. I would like to see them pushing it all the way into tower though, and making it just a hassle for the Vayne to CS.
Sure.
Vayne's AD early game not the best, especially when starting Doran Shield and straight into Berserker Greaves. So, it would be hard to last it under turret without help from the Pike.
Yeah. I heard that Berserker Greaves, just in general, if you build it on AD first, you're just trying to push in the lane, just trying to wait there. So that might be the Vayne's attempt to try to stall for late game here.
Oh, Starzang messing up top lane. Goes down to the Darius early game. This is what we didn't want to happen for Nimmerstrike Esports, because this is a lane that could possibly snowball out of control for the Urgot if he's not careful. Possible 4-man gank on the bot lane though. Rise and Jutton coming down. Hook onto Vayne. Tons of damage. TP down as well. Rise going in, picks up the kill. Darius comes down. Darius might be able to get a clean up here. Pike ults in. Ooh. Turnaround. 4-on-1. Darius is not going anywhere. 3 kills. Nimmerstrike Esports, and possibly a first turret if they stick around to push it.
I think that was a good attempt by Alhambra to send the Darius down bot lane, but again, you're
I think it was
2v4 and 2.
It was just too late. Oh my god. Faux chop gets executed. He just wanted to get back to shop faster. He didn't want to have to, you know, possibly get caught out overstaying, so he just takes an execute.
I think more overextension is the best solution to overextension.
Exactly. Oh boy, that's one we're gonna be hearing about.
High quality gameplay.
Yeah. Evelyn doing some counter jungling might look to the mid lane if Syndra pushes up a little too far. But Syndra probably just has other intentions, honestly. Oh wait, no, does start to go for a gank, using that little invisibility just to sit quietly. J4 also in the area though. Evelyn shows herself, gets a quick flash, charm out, Justin dies. Ahri burst, a little too strong, plus the Evelyn. Urgot taking more attacks from Darius in top lane as well. Just getting it pushed into tower, but it shouldn't be the biggest deal for Urgot. Honestly, it's probably better. He just CS's under turret and waits it out for liking.
Honestly, I think it was. It's interesting how, despite this jungle pressure that Judson is receiving, he is still about 20 CS up on Ahri. Even though Ahri has very strong wave clearances, her Q and her W.
Ooh, Starzang forced to burn flash. Darius also flashes as well. Ult under turret. Starzang goes down. Both Darius and Evelyn survive. Evelyn having pretty good jungle pressure so far. When, you know, she's actually ganked.
Yeah.
Both junglers seeing very high success rate. The only difference is Ryze has just ganked more frequently.
Someone's really hovering topside compared to the NSE jungler.
Yes, that too. But that's also given J4 more kills because there are obviously 2 people to kill in the bot lane.
Sure.
Although we haven't seen any like jungle skirmishes so far, so I'm interested to see how the play goes if they run into each other. Maybe counter jungling or something.
Right now, with the state of the mid lane, I think it's pretty hard for Evelyn to pull off any gank since Ahri's getting pushed in, so that means that Syndra will be able to reach the skirmish faster than Ahri. Sorry.
Oh, Darius going in. Honor got up top. Just a quick trade, but you know, now we see the tanks just starting to butt heads.
Agreed.
Literally 200 damage on either side, and they both just heal through it immediately. Oh, J4 possibly walking into a trap here. Could get sandwiched. Oh, Blitzcrank coming in to help out as well. They walk out of it with some vision.
We do see a lot of NSE pings happening there, so they were well aware of that attack.
Evelyn might be able to get collapsed here if they know. Oh, they found her. Pyke dashing over the wall. Teamfight breaking out. Blitzcrank flash ulting. Vayne looking to go down as well. All the support for her just gone. Ryze picks up the kill. They are really just dominating these early fights. I mean, Ahri and Pyke dash in, and then everything just lays down, and they're just popped. The what was that?
A fantastic wombo combo.
Oh yeah, J4 ult plus the Blitzcrank flash ult, just neutralizing them totally.
I really can't really understand the Pyke pick here, because Pyke is an early game champion compared to Vayne's a highly late game champion. So they haven't really been able to find any plays using Pyke.
True. Darius looking for more trades on Starzang up in the top lane. Ooh, the ult going down. Starzang might die from bleeding here. He does. Darius gets another solo kill. Urgot going 0 and 3 in the laning phase. Might need some jungle pressure, as we see J4 kind of maybe topside jungle. Could look to come up there. Although both of them are, of course, backing.
Urgot also had a barrier for that type fight top, but
Oh, it's true. He didn't take flash.
he did misclick that, as I heard. So he was not able to survive that encounter. Just a few small mechanical errors on the side of NSE, but this top lane matchup is heavily going in the favor of Alhambra due to better individual performance.
Oh, Evelyn getting spotted out here. J4 jumps right in. Syndra gonna be there to follow up as well. TP coming in. J4 ult. Ooh. J4 gets popped by the Evelyn. As Darius comes in, targeting the Syndra. Could get an early kill. Evelyn is shut down, and Justin is able to walk out. Oh, as he walks back in. Nimbus Strike Esports coming out with quick kill. Well, there's that jungle skirmish. Ultimately turning out for a 1v1. With J4. Who's trapping who with that J4 ult?
Exactly. I think that was lane pressures neutralizing there. Darius has more lane pressure than Urgot, but Syndra has more lane pressure than Ari. So those two laners came to the skirmish, and it ended up 1-for-1.
Yeah, as also to note, the Darius is starting to lose a little bit of lane pressure to the Urgot. Oh, Pike coming in. Oh, misses the skill shot. Starts thing. Walks away.
Wow, that was really close.
Yeah. Nice little sidestep. Saving. Although we do see that the Urgot is starting to use some of that long range poke to bully the Darius out.
Yep.
Starting to just get tanky enough where he can survive a couple of the hits.
This is, at the end of the day, a range versus melee matchup.
Yeah. Although not quite full range. It's like, mostly range.
True. That Black Cleaver is really going to help start saying poking.
Oh yeah. Rift Herald coming down. All 5 members. Usually it's not something that needs 5 people to take, but
This is true.
they just want to secure it. I wonder who they're going to give it to. It looks like Jarvan might take it. Alright, Jarvan
Yeah, I
takes
also think that Blitzcrank might take it because he has a Sightstone, but he looks like he's walking away.
it. Yeah. Evelyn takes the opportunity to counter jungle red buff.
Yeah.
Cheeky little pickup as second tower of the game falls. Nimbus Strike Esports.
Looks like Alhambra is really trying to set up vision around the bot side, perhaps take that tower in the near future. And we see the opposite going on for Nimbus Strike. They're trying to push their vision advantage to the top side in order to use that Rift Herald. But
Has he dropped? He hasn't dropped Rift Herald yet, right? No, he hasn't.
if Alhambra continues to hover bot side, they're going to lose a lot of towers in the top side. So you see everyone again.
Yeah. We see that bot side vision also lending that red buff. All part of the plan.
Classic ARAM forming here.
Classic ARAM.
Running straight down the mid lane.
We also, I mean, Alhambra could fairly easily force down this mid lane turret. It's not standing as too much pressure against them with only 700 health. We see pings around the mid lane turret as they run up towards top lane. Possible 1v5 in this Darius. Does not look like... Oh, flashes over red buff wall. Will make it out alive as they turn their sights. Possibly on Vayne. Vayne goes down. Zig's ult picks it up. Vayne exhausted, running away. Vayne just has no peel. As Nimbus Strike Esports walks out.
now. This looks like a prime opportunity to use the Rift Herald.
Oh, and it does go down. That charge gonna come in, clean up the turret. Oh, hook onto Ahri. Ahri might not get out of this. Oh, does. All 3 props to the ult. As Evelyn dives in the back lane, almost gets foe chop. Ooh, does red buff burn. Pyke was there to finish up as well. As they look, Urgot flashing in, Ahri going down, Starzang narrowly living. Wow, crazy team fight. Looks like Nimbus Strike Esports will just walk out of this one, leave Rift Herald to whack the turret a little bit more.
A little bit of an execution error with the Blitz Cranky not coming out on Ahri.
Yeah.
Pretty good Rift Herald there, taking all 3 outer turrets. So now the whole entire map is basically open for Nimbus Strike Esports to exploit.
It is worth noting that with the Darius being essentially taken out of the fight early, there was no one to act as a front line, and Nimbus Strike Esports was able to just quickly focus down pretty much any squishy target they wanted, looking at the Vayne into Ahri.
Here we see Alhambra's vision control on the bot side really coming in handy for the dragon. So Nimbus Strike Esports has to spend precious time clearing out the wards and is not able to just start up the dragon if they want.
Yeah, although they do, it is worth noting that they do clear out nearly all the wards that they would be interested in.
Sure.
And have pretty much regained vision control in the area. Although Evelyn might run into foe trap here. As a skirmish up top lane, Urgot, Darius. Yeah, Darius is not really winning that skirmish anymore. Although it does come out even once blood happens. Oh, Dragon started up.
We do see a TP advance. Oh, actually, both top laners have teleport. You might see a full-on team fight again if the Alhambra's bot lane does decide to contest each other.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Vision control, definitely winning for Nimbus Strike Esports. Very good on them to sort out vision control before starting the dragon. As we see a team fight possibly starting to break out, Urgot is not going to be there, although you could TP him.
You can clearly see the effects of grouping up for Nimbus Strike Esports. The Vayne is farming up significantly, 205 CS to 165 on Ziggs.
Yeah.
So we may be seeing Vayne becoming relevant again.
Although it is worth noting that that was a 20 advantage in the laning phase, and it's only been really extended 20. And the 5 kills for Ziggs more than outweighing 40 CS difference, in my opinion.
But if you look at the map right now, you can see it's almost completely dark for Alhambra while...
Oh wait, we have a way to see that. Oh, F2. Nailed it.
Okay.
Team fight breaking out, my bad. As Alhambra actually taking this one, a lot of damage coming down. Urgot TP comes in. Most of the carry is dead. J4 Urgot managing to pretty much clean up though. Ahri last one alive as they chase her down. Rise really low. Ahri could possibly turn and take this kill. Urgot misses, and that was a crazy team fight. 3 for 4, the ultimate trade. Nimbus closely coming out ahead.
That's really not the team fight that you want for Nimbus Strike, though, because you're at such a big advantage. You had basically 3k gold up, and now you're back down to 2k in that one fight.
Yeah. I think there's a way... Oh, I forgot the hotkey for it, but you can show gold on the bottom bar. I don't know how to do it. I forgot.
Also not familiar with that.
Oh, there we go, X. If you press X, the little hotkey on the bottom shows up gold for each player.
Why is it not G for gold?
Good question. I don't know. You should complain.
Sure.
I don't know what G does. Oh, G's ping? Oh yeah, G's ping. Come on.
Interesting. Actually, the gold differential is actually really close compared to the 8 kills difference that we see here.
I mean, I think that just comes down to the fact that Nimbus Strike Esports is losing CS in every lane except for mid lane, which is only a 10 difference, as Darius getting collapsed here. J4 coming in around. J4 has gotten cut out multiple times this match as he tries and fails to turn on to Phochop, and that's just an easy kill. Needs to be a little bit more careful, especially with that outer turret gone. Pretty much, I mean, he wasn't even at the river line, and he was overextended, so he really needs to be careful with vision.
Good. It's really the vision control that allows this play to happen. Alhambra really doesn't have any vision to contest, or the pressure to contest the vision control that Nimbus Strike has right now.
Yeah.
This Jarvan is a monster, 5-1 and 13.
5-1, 13, exactly. That's the jungle pressure that we like to see.
Exactly.
Oh, Vayne. Just a W and a Q and an E. And nearly dead. As Urgot taking a shot at the tower just cause he just walks up and says, I'm a tank, you can't kill me.
See, the team compositions were really, both these teams seem pretty mixed. Vayne, obviously a strong late game carry, but champions like Pyke and Darius really fall off. For Nimbus Strike, same thing, Blitzcrank falls off late game. Ziggs and Syndra both pretty strong late game champions, but Jarvan, not so much. So we might see an interesting late game if it does get to that point.
Vision being cleared out of Baron by Alhambra. That's a lot of wards in one Baron pit.
Looks like just a poor back timer from Nimbus Strike there. Oh, letting go control of the Baron.
Yeah, although they come in and suddenly everything is almost nearly cleared out.
This is true.
I mean, Alhambra just establishes vision and then says, look, our ward count is there. Alright, see you later.
Trying to boost that vision score.
Yeah. As Ziggs will take out the pink ward. Ooh, Darius and Urgot coming into a skirmish. Darius taking lots of damage, although does ultimately turn with the blood stacks, and here we go. 5-on-1. Darius gets picked early. Was it that the third time this match that we see?
A lot to kill him, though.
I agree, but he also died. Vayne going down, no front line. Pyke dashes in, killed off. As Evelyn taking tons of burst damage, Justin with the flash afterwards. A little greedy.
Sounds like a free Baron.
Yeah. Little unwise for the staggered engages. We see Pyke jumping in after the kill when it might have been better if he maybe tried to coordinate with his team at least, or if they just didn't take the fight in the first place, because they're already down the Darius, and it's pretty much the only tank on their team. Might have just been wiser to back out. Evelyn possibly looking for a smite steal here. He Evelyn
Wow.
secures the Baron.
Yeah, that's questionable.
Oh boy.
Time for a tally.
Yeah, I think we gotta tally that on screen. I'm not gonna lie. Oh boy.
Wow. And Rise was really exerting a lot of early game pressure, but
Yeah.
wow. Well, there's the goal difference. It's just wow. It's gonna be really useful for this Vayne to get this Baron buff so she can have a little bit more pressure to get her items. She's already gotten her Bork and Gwynsu, so she's pretty much a monster at this stage of the
Blue team
game.
has slain the dragon.
If she does manage to have enough front line to tank for her.
Alright, there we go. Added a little missed smites counter to the stream.
Perfect.
To really just grind home the fact that this man right here, Rise, missed a crucial Baron smite. Well done on Evelyn to steal it though.
That really hurts for Ninja Strike.
Yeah, that Baron would have meant a lot of pressure. Could have meant, up to 2 inhibs really. They could have split up and sieged both top or mid and bot. And with Baron minions, they would have had a good chance on him. But now they're just looking at a period where Alhambra gets to stall out and just clear waves with Baron. Jutton opting again for the Dark Seal. We saw that in week 1 to great success against Burbank High.
10 stacks on that. There's
Yeah,
a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's a good investment. Blitzcrank to run away. A little bit of extension for vision control. TP coming in, Urgot, they're looking for a fight. Charm misses the squishies. Urgot running in. Ari taking tons of damage, forced to art away. Darius now looking for the turn, chunking Urgot nearly out of the fight. He's dead. Vayne, ooh, Vayne's uncontested, tearing up the fight. This is what happens when Darius is able to join a team fight and not just get picked off early. We see Darius triple kill as Syndra struggles to survive. Jutton narrowly surviving. And with this Baron, once this mid lane wave shows up, they'll probably have a good chance at taking at least one tower.
You see that despite all the damage that Vayne did, she was not able to secure a kill somehow. So she's still in the gutter.
80 carries don't always have to secure kills. Come on. Oh, that Syndra stun is so nasty. They will secure an inhibitor.
That's what you get when you fight against a team with Baron.
Yeah.
Really well played from Alhambra there, recognizing that the strength they have with that buff.
Although they do overstay their welcome a little bit. And Esports picks up 2 kills. Darius and Vayne dying. A little bit of overextension. Although they will just back and regroup for their defense of the mid inhib. We see a top lane wave. That's a lot of minions. They're probably gonna take that turret. As Nimbus Strike Esports says, I don't care, I'm just gonna tank through this inhib. Starzang picks up a kill on the Evelyn as they chase down the pike. Minions show up, they take the inhib turret, knocking on the inhib. We have open inhibs.
This is actually crazy.
I'm surprised there was no consolidated defense against that. Oh, never mind. The death timers for Vayne and Darius were still on, so they had a 3v5. That makes sense. Do it.
You see the gold on the scoreboard here actually even.
Ooh, you're right.
So early game advantage that Nimbus Strike had basically lost. Alhambra really well done stalling it out, especially with that Baron steal.
Yeah. Although if we look where most of that gold is kind of focused, we see Darius for Alhambra having 14k, whereas Vayne's only at 12k, equal with the Ziggs, and Ari's actually behind 3k against Syndra. So most of that gold being, for Alhambra at least, channeled onto Darius is not what they want to see. Because, as we mentioned, Darius being the late game fall off.
Yep. think with Baron coming up in 1 minute, Nimble Strike is trying to establish vision control around the top side,
Yeah.
and Alhambra's hovering around to see if they can maybe get both Dragon and be able to prevent Baron from being taken.
I would love to see Urgot at this point go bot lane, especially with Baron coming up. Urgot's not gonna die to probably 2, maybe 3 people, and if he could draw 2 or 3 people, then that's a mostly winning fight up in Baron for the rest of the mystery.
That if Urgot does show bot, I think Alhambra is going to just run up to Baron because Urgot does not have TP. He switched over from barrier.
Oh wait,
So
hold on. Why? Okay, never mind. I don't know why he did that. Okay.
yikes.
Wait, I just assumed he had DP. Okay.
I mean, Unsealed Spellbook does play tricks on the mind.
Gotcha.
Completely understandable.
All right. In that case, we might just see them. Alhambra does have positioning for Baron.
A lot of pings on Baron for Alhambra. That is 2 pink wards for Nimble Strike Esports and
Yeah.
Baron.
They are just gonna start rushing it down, chunking hell fast. Nimbus Strike Esports does move in. Possible engage happening. J4 ults 3, forced to flash out as Ari, as Darius is holding back the majority of the people, as Blumblue flashes over a wall for apparently no reason. That's the reason. Vayne flashes after Photrop. Vayne's just popping off. Does go down. Jutton nearly killing Darius as Urgot dies. Or doesn't die. Picks up Evelyn before he dies. Syndra does go down as not without taking another life. Adzonya's coming in clutch. 3 for 5 is the team fight.
Honestly, not bad for Nimble Strike Esports considering that Ziggs had to walk up that entire from Dragon all the way up to the Baron. So
Yeah.
I think a little bit miscalculated from Alhambra. They could have maybe gotten Baron off of that if they focused their efforts more on one champion. But overall, they're garnering a pretty nice lead in gold right now. So
Yeah.
things are looking up for Alhambra.
That was just a strong team fight. We saw the J4 initiation didn't gain anything. Did catch 3, although Darius was able to just hold everyone else back, and with the Vayne still just throwing down auto attacks, nothing was able to come. As Blitzcrank runs around wiping out some wards, doesn't actually get the pink ward in Baron. It's interesting.
The true damage from Vayne just shredding Urgot and Jarvan and allowing Pike to get that ulti in the last fight. So really turning the tides around. The Vayne pick is really showing up strong after a poor early game, but now she is actually ahead in gold over Ziggs. So
Nimbus Strike could look to do this. Vayne did show herself bot lane, as well as Pike. Evelyn jumping under Urgot, or just jumps over the wall. Does start Baron with a possible death bush. This could work. Vayne won't be able to get there in time. Blitzcrank runs out, spots the Evelyn. Possibly. I don't think they're gonna fall for it. They're just gonna run down mid lane.
they have a ward Baron, so that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Now they just gave up their mid lane position. They're gonna have to start running around. Although the Ziggs Syndra is more than enough to force back the wave. As
I just finished the second game. I might have to be right back.
oh, okay. I will carry on that. Alright, we see some Baron baits. Of course, both teams have Baron warded, so no real threat, but the Baron dance nevertheless ensues. We also see strong ward control around Dragon. That's interesting. They recognize the Elder Drake as being something worth noticing, whereas Nimbus Strike Esports almost doesn't care, has one ward, and it's easily destroyable. I'm surprised neither jungler didn't try to just sneak away to pick it up. Possible Baron though now. No wards. Oh, Trinket goes down, as they know. And 4 people more than enough as Urgot goes bot lane. Urgot does now have TP. That's messing with me, how he's changing his summoner spells like that. I don't like it. But he does now have TP, so he is looking to split push, possibly, with the hopes of TPing up. Evelyn chunking that Blitzcrank real fast. That was some considerable amount of damage for such a short burst. And Baron started by Alhambra. It doesn't look like Nimbus Strike Esports is going to challenge this effectively. Darius isolated off to one side. J4 ults 3. Ziggs ult coming down, huge damage as Darius walks into the backline, although the entire Alhambra backline is now dead. And Darius is forced to just run away. That was really weird. Darius just kind of watched all of Nimbus Strike Esports walk right past him. And just wipe the backline of Alhambra. And now he's just getting chased down, running away while they're just knocking on the inhib. It seems they're gonna rush over to Baron. There's nothing Darius can do to stop it, so this is free. They don't even have to kill the wards. It is worth noting that Blitzcrank is incredibly squishy, has opted for all the support items, so I don't know, I would like to see a little bit more tankiness out of the Blitzcrank. I think that would be helpful, just because he really wants to be able to have a little bit more free reign in positioning. Baron Asher goes down, the fast recalls, and Pyke won't find anyone but an empty Baron field. Inhib, Baron, 4 kills to 1 for Nimbus Strike Esports. That was a dominant fight, upping the Gold League narrowly to just under 1,000. As possible Elder Dragon contention now. J4 just launches himself over the wall and no cares. They're just gonna start it. Not much resistance coming in here from Alhambra right now, although they do start to funnel in. Syndra forced to be wary. Darius being the front line. Vayne gets stunned. Evelyn does take the smite secure as Rise drops. Blue falls. Then Ziggs Photrop going down. Syndra, or got the last ones alive, narrowly trying to kill the Ahri. Do not get it. Darius probably going to pick up Jutton. He does. Urgot could turn, does. Turns out a 4 for 3 Elder Dragon in favor of Alhambra again. Shiro able to pick up the Smite Steal from Rise for the second time this match. That's upsetting. They had everything going for them. Nimbus Strike. It's upsetting that they weren't able to get the Elder Dragon. But yeah, we see the influence that Darius is able to make in the front line as a tank. He's really just able to walk right through and pretty much get onto whoever he wants. He was able to pop the Ziggs pretty much before Ziggs could react. And you know, Nimbus Strike Esports is going to have to do something about it. They don't really have any easy way of killing a tank. We've seen prior times that, you know, it's been a 5-on-1 and Darius has still survived for really just too long. Although this Blitzcrank hook, he might have been able to grab the Darius. That would have been a interesting way to start the fight, certainly. See if they would be able to kill the Darius in any reasonable amount of time. As we see possibly grouping up in the mid lane for both teams. Actually sending Ziggs and Syndra for wave clears in bottom and top respectively, which is questionable because J4 Blitzcrank and Urgot do not have the best wave clear, but I guess they're gonna make it work. Both of them now retreating. Although with no objectives on the table, it is possible for a split push to happen. Although we do see Darius's teleport is down, so if Urgot is able to draw Darius in a 1v1 split push, Urgot would have the clear upper hand, just being able to teleport away, to help his team out. Vision control, pretty decisive for Alhambra right now on top side, whereas Nimbus Strike is controlling more of the bottom side, possibly meaning that they're going to look to group up bot lane to take the inhib. Wouldn't be a bad plan for Nimbus Strike. Having 2 inhibs open is, you know, something that's pretty good. Although we do see a big wave top lane as well. So, if they were to send anyone bot lane now, I would think Urgot would be a good choice. He would neutralize the big wave that's forming the bot lane, as well as with the pressure of the big wave in the top lane, we could see a forced team fight coming out, with Urgot being able to teleport in. But so far, both teams just content grouping up as 5. Starzang might get caught out here. Early flash, I'm a little surprised by that. You are the tank, you should not be scared of, you know, a couple Vayne hits. Although I guess Vayne damage ramping up now. 5, actually just full build, despite the poor scoreline, as Pyke almost caught out, narrowly avoids giving up a kill. Evelyn might get caught out here. Spell shield popped, Blitzcrank hook could go down, he's actually just gonna run in. Team fight goes down, Evelyn trapped, Zigzal comes in. That's the Evelyn died. Blitzcrank also dead. Big tower dive from J4. Vayne around the side will not be stopped. We'll just have free reign to kill the Syndra. Ziggs unable to do anything. Oh, Vayne pentakill. Oh man, we see the teleport coming out to the bot lane. We're looking at some big losses here for Nimbus Strike Esports. What a team fight. They funneled so many of their resources onto the Evelyn, and then Vayne was able to come in at the perfect delayed time to just be completely ignored. As this bot lane tier 2 turret will fall to Darius. And mid lane inhib as well. First up will be the Blitzcrank. They're gonna have double inhib off this push. And with the mid lane inhib not open, it's gonna be super minions in 2 lanes. If there were ever a time to send the Urgot bot lane for a split push, I think it would be now. He has teleport. It's not unreasonable. Has the backs coming out from Alhambra. Content with 2 inhibs off the Vayne pentakill. That's 5 item build Vayne for you. Vayne actually selling boots. Sold her boots for a Phantom Dancer to have a 6 item build, full build. Gold discrepancies do not matter anymore. We are in the late game. Possible vision control going to come out here for Nimbus Strike Esports in the top side. Although bottom side is dominated majority by Alhambra. Big lane being taken up by Syndra because she really needs that farm, doesn't she?
Oh, I've returned, by the way.
Oh, Murph has returned. That's a poggers.
Not gonna spoil the results of the second game, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, don't spoil the results for the second game, please. That'd be nice.
But the replay is sent.
Okay, good. I'll download that in the next downtime. As Alhambra looking to do Baron. We'll see if Ryze is able to steal this. He is in position, although it is too much health. The J4 ult picks up 4 people, although he is turned around on. Big kills coming out. Darius is just ignored in the backline. Vayne is resurrecting. Guardian Angel. Darius still just being ignored. They now turn to kill him. They wipe him out. That's all 5 dead for Alhambra in exchange for 1. Although the Nexus is open now. Super minions were able to take the turrets, Nexus turrets, as Baron is being started, although it's questionable if they'll be able to do it in a timely fashion, as Syndra desperately trying to clear out these minions.
Honestly,
Just doesn't. Yeah, suspicious at best, you are right. Nexus is down to 900 health as Baron picked up.
why the Nimishek Esports wouldn't go for the end here. Well, I'm not sure why the Alhambra didn't end the game in the last push. So a lot of suspicious play happening here.
Yeah, a little questionable.
I mean, there's still like 20 seconds on them.
Yeah,
So
really.
they could have easily ended there through top lane and Ziggs Lichbane, but
I would love to see at least the Elder Dragon. I mean, just something more than Baron and surviving would be great for all 5 wiped on 40-second timers. As we see them just looking to protect the inhibs, not get backdoored by a sneaky Evelyn or something. No pink wards down, so it's possible the Evelyn could just run past everyone. That would certainly be interesting.
Esports. Oh.
Yeah.
If you look at the base of Nimishek Esports, it's completely dark if there's no minions in there. So it's looking pretty sketchy on the map for Nimishek.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, there's nothing really in that base to give them sight. J4 could look for the return steal if he gets this. I think I have to forgive him. He does get it. Alright, maybe we forgive one of the smites, since he was able to steal this one. Ziggs minefield laying down, slowing them all down. They're not looking to fight a 4v5 when their jungler's on a 66-second death timer. They're content with taking the Elder Dragon, saying we're just gonna stall out.
Blue team's inhibitors respawning soon.
Pretty good. Nimishek Esports does have 3 dragons, so that Elder Dragon is going to be very strong for them. Possibly stronger than the Baron buff, but it does only last 1 minute and 30 seconds.
That's 1 minute and 30 seconds that J4 is going to be dead for nearly all of.
Yeah.
So they really just won't have 5 people to be able to use this Elder Dragon buff. Although they have it. Alhambra doesn't have it, which is arguably better.
Game.
All right.
Late game champions all turned on right now. Early game champions, you saw the Darius being completely ignored, but they still wiped the entire team. So this is truly the late game. It's a 54-minute game. What is going to happen? It can go either way. Unless
It really just comes down to this next fight, whatever it is, will pretty much be the decider.
do see a huge wave top lane for Alhambra.
Yeah, I'm wondering if... I mean, I've been saying it most of this game. I would love if Urgot just picked up a teleport. Because he's changing his Summer Souls constantly. but I would love if he just picked up a teleport and went over top lane, or bot lane and split push. I feel like that would be able to, help out.
It's a closer game than expected. It's very bloody, 43-31.
Oh yeah.
And early game advantages no longer matter. It's all about the vision control now.
Most of it is probably going to come down to who gets popped by the Ahri, if anyone, and who pops the Vayne.
Sure.
Because if Vayne dies early and does nothing in a team fight, Alhambra will not win.
Really eyes on Blitzcrank, in my opinion. If he gets a priority hook, maybe even Pike. Maybe if Pike hooks, he also initiates.
I think Blitzcrank hook on Pike might be risky though, because that would leave Vayne a little too open in my opinion.
Sure.
I mean, we see one auto attack take such a chunk out of Urgot with Vayne. Darius might just be ignored and run past. Actually, Ryze dropping fast to Vayne. Blue might also fall as well. It looks like NSE is just gonna walk out. Couple stuns and slows coming out. The ult. That's a big chunk of damage on Ahri. Possible turnaround with Ahri being so low. That's a big amount of damage. Urgot gets charmed in. Might just die to Vayne straight up. Shira gets the kill. Vayne's Guardian Angel is popped. Darius will likely fall here. Pike jumps in. Shut down fast by Fochop. 3 low health carries. Blitzcrank, either one of them is a kill if he gets the hook. This could be game.
This could be game. But
is there a way to minimize the spectator thing? Evelyn jumping in. Ooh, big chunk. I mean, still a hook on either one of them could be a quick turnaround kill.
Well, Nexus Tower is just instantly dead though by Photoshop.
Yeah.
But they're forced to disengage due to Fountain being so close.
Oh, they could have gone top lane with that big wave. I'm a little upset to see them backing off and leaving 3 super squishy carries just alive. Especially with a Blitzcrank. I mean, you hook one of them, and if you just throw Syndra Ziggs, couple combos in there, I feel like that's a kill. So maybe some questionable decision.
They decided instead to opt for vision control around Baron, which is spawning very soon. So we're gonna see probably the last fight of the game here around Baron. We said that the last fight was gonna be the last fight.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it very well could have been though. It could have been 2 inhibs. Vayne out of position. Could get caught up. Nope. Oh, actually still caught out. Urgot coming in for the sandwich. Pike also going down. With Guardian's Angel though, they might not notice that. Okay, they stop, slowed it down. Ryze jumping in. Possible ult. Here we go, uses it. Catches the Evelyn. Is, another instance of who's trapping who. As J4 dies in his ult. Blitzcrank hooked by Darius. Instantly smashed. It seemed like Strike Esports just didn't care that Blitzcrank was dying. Little questionable. Evelyn nearly dead. Jutton Zanya's saves from the Darius ult. That's the end. Whew. Okay. I wasn't expecting them to shred the turret that fast. Maybe it was smart for them to ignore the Blitzcrank.
Wow. That was an intense game.
Yeah. Could have gone either way. Wow.
Just shy of 60 minutes. Crazy.
Alright, as I need to load up the next replay.
Actually, Arg12345, a veteran from last year, wants to cast. Will you accept his offer? Because I may have to peace out.
Sorry, say that again. Blarg wants to cast?
Yeah, Blarg wants to cast.
Alright, get him in here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he did message me too. Tell
Does he
Murph to
even
let me
know how to
cast
do
him.
the Dropbox thing now? Who knows?
Do I?
No,
Is it-
no, Blarg.
Oh, okay.
Alright. I will try to get him in here.
Alright. I need to get this roll. Alright, should be opening. Alright, here we go. Loading in to game 2. Of course, we don't have draft pick, or we don't get to see draft pick, because Spectator is currently down, so we have to watch the replays. We see the Ziggs coming out for game 2 again with Fochop. Cassidin this time for Judton. Xin Zhao in the jungle. Thresh support for Blue. And the Irelia. For Alhambra. A little bit organization. Oh, the Garen. Oh boy. Starzang opting with the Garen against the Irelia. I wonder if that was a counter pick.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I would really love to know. Although, of course, I don't get to. Because we didn't get to watch traffic. That's frustrating.
30 seconds
Everyone
until minions spawn.
complain. We see the invade coming in from Alhambra. They all walk over the ward. So they, Nimbus Strike Esports should have more than enough time to just walk away from this. I'm going to be surprised if they get to pick anyone off with this. We see them backing out. It is worth being careful though, because they don't know if they loop back around over here.
Minions have
Although,
spawned.
we see the Thresh drop a ward. They're gonna be safe. Rye is opting to start off the red buff because of the possible invade. Although it's not actually gonna happen anyway. Alright. So again, the Ziggs in the bot lane. Blitzcrank replaced with a Thresh on the other end. And we see a not so late game focused 80 carry from Alhambra. No longer opting with that Bane, instead going for Lucian. Something a little bit more capable of having early pressure. Possibly a counter pick into the Ziggs, knowing the Ziggs doesn't really have the greatest early game pressure. Gary and Irelia are already in a small skirmish. Although any skirmishes early game are probably going to go in the favor of Irelia with the corrupting potion, I have to say. Garen only having one potion is not the best. Possible junglers running into each other. We know Judton is quick on the roams. Shiro will see Rise. Vladimir coming over faster though. Just more in line. Smite secure Foot Scuttle. Comes down as Lee Sin chases. Looking for the Q but misses it. Irelia was also coming down as well. Worth noting. As Garen is weak. Not looking great in this top lane. I said early trades were probably going to go to Irelia. Looks like they did. Lee Sin possibly coming up for a gank as well. Could be an early kill. Ooh, Lee Sin. I would have liked to see him Q this minion. Oh, never mind. Max going down. Oh, turret will get return kill on Irelia. 1 for 1 in the top lane. Not a bad trade, but Garen's not gonna turn into damage in the late game. Irelia will. So it's a little iffy to take these 1 for 1 trades. Although there wasn't too much Garen could have done.
Woo!
Who's in? Alright, is this... Alright, he just has a muted mic, cool, I like it. Jinzhao taking Scuttle Crab. This mid lane matchup will be range versus melee, so I'd like to see Jotun just surviving, looking for some possible roams once he hits level 6. I mean, he doesn't have bad trade, but it's certainly not a favorable matchup for the Kassadin. Garen laying down some damage on Irelia. Minion advantage as well. Irelia could be dying solo here. No one to help her. Irelia goes down solo kill. Well, if Garen's able to flex his early dominance like that, a 1-for-1 trade is not bad. We see he's going to build a minion advantage off this wave. Actually, nope, never mind. Irelia using teleport coming back going. Bot lane farming up. We see it again. The Ziggs goes down early in CS to the opposing laner. It could just be a level or a rank discrepancy. I can't speak today. Wow. Although it could also be just that Photrop is the usual support for Nimbus Strike and is not accustomed to playing AD carry. So it could be either one. Kassadin still just holding his own in the mid lane. Corrupting Potion will let him survive in CS. He is halfway to level 6. I think once he hits level 6 he will just look for roams. Solo killing a Vladimir as a Kassadin is probably just not going to happen. As Irelia is just starved out of CS. Xin Zhao here as well. Interesting. I'm not sure what's happening. Both laners are just content with standing here. I'm kind of surprised. Garen does have the level 6 though. Ooh, cheeky little Irelia stun catches him out. Says, come out, come out. Kassadin actually bullied out, but he is level 6, so I would not be surprised to see a roam now out of Kassadin. Vladimir, I think in this matchup, has really failed to put as much pressure as I probably would like to see on the Kassadin. Xin Zhao getting chased a little bit. Vladimir will be closer. Garen could come down. Lee Sin forced to back off. Irelia taking the fight. Rise does go down. Irelia ult. Garen not looking too good. That was questionable skirmish, honestly, from the Xin Zhao. Fighting the Lee Sin and just kind of not doing damage to him. Running away but staying within the range of Lee Sin's attacks. Lee Sin will pick up this red buff as well as consolation. Catching an early lead is Nimbus Strike Esports. Or is not Nimbus Strike, is Alhambra. With that skirmish. Who do we have joining us on the caster bench? As Kassadin does get Insect, oh boy. Jotun forced to flash. Will run into Lee Sin though. Just ultimates over the wall. Lee Sin does not blindly hit the Q. Although Lee Sin is blind, he cannot blindly hit Qs. If only. So who do we have joining us here? Would you like to quickly introduce yourself?
I'm okay.
Oh, okay. Alright. That's what I like to hear.
Let's get into the game. Come on.
do you have the spectate open?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, you got it? Do you know what, I assume you don't know a timestamp?
Nah, what time are we at?
We're hitting 8 minutes right now. 8:01, 8:02, 8:05. Alright.
5. Oh, and it's frozen. Jump a little bit. I'm at 8:12.
How do I get the
8:12?
spectate open?
Oh, who do we have
Where
here?
are you at right now?
Alright, I would really like if you introduced yourself
What's poppin'?
to the stream. Alright,
Hiya.
so we have me and Haya. Nice to meet you, me and Haya.
What timestamp are we at though?
We are at 8:35.
Okay, I'm 2 seconds behind. That's
Right,
fine.
that's fine, yeah. It's close enough. It's hard
Let's
to
go.
be accurate with these things. Skirmish going down
Okay,
in the
alright,
mid lane.
so we got there's a 2k gold lead for the it's boost.
Alhambra, yeah. Oh.
Okay. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good.
Looking pretty good is your commentation. Alright. High quality casting here, I
It's a
like
good
it.
game of League of Legends I'm watching right now.
I see.
Oh,
Alright.
solo, is there a solo kill top lane right now? Never mind, he's trying.
Oh.
Wait.
Irelia might get this turnaround on Garen. Garen forced to flash away. Lee Sin also coming in. Oh, the flash Q, narrowly missing.
Oh my god.
Garen did have all. I wonder if he could have turned. Irelia is still super squishy. Not actually opting for the Triforce build, instead of going for Tiamat. Xin Zhao here would be risky for him to go in. Although Garen TP coming down, they might be looking for a fight. Turret not yet down. Irelia will go down. Quick kill. Actually a solo kill for the Xin Zhao. Garen was unable to get a hand in it. Interesting. As Ziggs just guessing under tower as Lucian Alistar combo, pushing him in. Pretty quiet so far in the bot lane. Nothing crazy, popping off. Especially without the Blitzcrank from game 1. Against the slow start of Vayne. Nimbus Strike Esports is not too focused on the bot lane anymore. More jungle pressure up top lane though, as Lee Sin looks to jump over the wall. Maybe get a jump on the unsuspecting Garen. Oh, does check the wrong bush. Misses the Q. Oh, Garen is interrupted. The kit goes out before the silence. Garen not looking to be in a positive position here. Does ult the Garen, or the Lee Sin. Does not get the kill. Ends up another death. Not looking great for top lane anymore. Alistar going in bot lane on the Ziggs. The hook returning. I think the Ziggs is just going to be more than happy CSing and getting up to the big bomb ults that we saw in game 1. Alistar combo onto Thresh. Possible Ignite coming down. Lucian ult as well. Oh, unable to dodge out enough the Lucian ult. Thresh does go down. Ziggs ult to clear minions as he's forced to just run away. Alistar exerting his positioning a little too strong. Ziggs forced to flash out. Is an awkward position for Alhambra's bot lane now though. If they could have a little bit more support, although Lee Sin is now here. Tower dive coming out, Foe Chop popped. Nice and quick. Lee Sin having some strong jungle pressure. 5-0 is his stat line right now. As they take first turret, or second turret of the game, top lane turret. But first turret in the bot lane. Kassan might also be getting dive. Does pick up Irelia though, 1-for-1 trade. Maybe a kill onto Vladimir as well if Xin Zhao can get the knock up. He misses. Thresh misses the hook.
Yeah.
Vladimir will walk out.
Yay.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
Yes.
Very nice.
Very nice, very nice. Gold lead, we see a little under a 5k lead in favor of Alhambra right now.
Gold. 12 minutes in, they're up 5k gold.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
It's
Five
looking
kills
like an
in the
unfortunate
lead.
game for Nimbus Strike Esports here.
As well as every lane for Alhambra winning in CS. Literally does not have one saving grace. I think the only saving grace for Nimbus Strike Esports in this game that they're losing early is probably the Kassadin and just the late game scaling of the Garen that's going to just be an utter tank that can just
Utter
walk
tank. No cursing. Okay, gotcha.
through. Alright, nice. Fresh might be getting caught out here, trying to run away. Lee Sin will pick up the kill.
Gets kicked in the head. Dead.
Darn.
Yes, kicked in the head. darn is what I like to hear. Lee Sin soloing Dragon.
Holy moly.
First Dragon of the game. Gonna be going down. This game's kind of an exact opposite of what we saw as game 1. We see all 3 first turrets going down in each lane. Only this time it's not Nimbus Strike being ahead, it's Alhambra. Garen taking a turret shot, trying to... really wanted to hit that Q. Irelia is super squishy at the moment. Possible Scuttle, Rift Herald picked up Scuttle. Although Vladimir does walk in on it, it's possible that Ryze will die here. Vladimir Zanya's will keep him alive. Starzan getting turned on. Irelia picked up 5 people here. Garen looking ham. Ziggs completely whiff on the ultimate.
Really
Jutin picking up the Vladimir. Oh my god. Jutin now getting turned on Irelia. Irelia might be able to get this kill. Ultimately has to back off. Ziggs goes down. Lucian shows up. Thresh will be able to walk out. As Xin Zhao getting chased down by Lee Sin. What?
I'm gonna Skype real quick.
Thresh will die. Probably incorrect pathing, I think. I don't know how he got so far behind the castle. Although,
Alright,
unfortunate fight. Okay. Wow. Alright. The Kassadin was not terrible in that fight, although he just wasn't able to do enough. We see every player for Alhambra just ahead in CS, kills, less deaths. It's just not looking great for Nimbus Strike Esports. Garen is not yet tanky enough to really withstand the Lucian at all. Possible turn here if Fesh can hit the hook. Misses. Oh, Lee Sin finishes off Rift Herald. Picks that up for himself. That whole fight stemming from Rift Herald. Alhambra just saying, "You will not get it. We are in the lead." Irelia bot lane now. Possibly an agreed upon lane switch. We'll see which way Lucian ends up going. He is headed towards the top lane. So we are looking at a possible lane switch. A little bit of a cluster here in the jungle. Possibly gonna catch out this Irelia. Although it does spot the Xin Zhao, probably will back away. Hopefully will back away. Would be not good for the Irelia to get caught out. If we remember, Irelia playing Darius last game was caught out numerous times. And as the only tank for Alhambra in game 1, the Darius really needed to stay alive throughout team fights. Possible aggression towards Caston here in the mid lane. People just ult over a wall. No problem. Oh, Ziggs running head first into Alistar does just take the Lantern. Lantern to safety. As Lucian getting chased down will dash over a wall. Shiro kills the Ziggs. Oh. He dove. He got him. Xin Zhao, oh boy, Lee Sin is powerful. Able to just pop the Kassadin without a second thought. As they're knocking on inhib turrets, this game is not looking good. Unable to click the Lantern is Garen as he falls under his inhib turret. Inhib going down at 18 minutes. The mid lane inhib is knocked. Actually perfect on the 18-minute mark as well. Kinda clean. But Nimbus Strike Esports is just not looking strong here. The 7-0-2 Lee Sin. Up to a 10k gold disparity. If we look at the gold person to person, a 4,000 difference in junglers as Alhambra just knocks on the next turret. And Irelia looking to take down the bot lane turret as well. Although a possible team fight, 5-on-2. Alistar is hooked. That should be an easy kill. Alistar ult does come through. Garen is chasing the Lucian away. Alistar is taking forever to die. Does ultimately go down cast and picking up the kill. They decide not to chase the Lucian further. TP coming down to stop Irelia. Split push. Good job picking up a kill. It's good for Nimbus Strike Esports to pick up what they can, but it's a little too little too late. Just downing gold everywhere by thousands as Xin Zhao gets soloed off by the Vladimir. That seemed almost a little too easy. Super minions becoming a problem inside Nimbus Strike Esports' base, as Garen is just split pushing. They are continuing to knock on the tier 2 turret. No other objectives for them to really focus on. Baron and Dragon coming up soon, but they're content with just taking this turret and then backing off to them if they so desire. Should probably be their next focus, honestly. They can just pick up Baron and then run it down mid. Hook does come out on Lucian, but no one there to follow up. Ziggs already chunked too far out of the fight. Caston shows up, could get some quick damage in. Ops not. Ziggs ult comes through, big damage onto Vladimir. All of that healing is insane. Vladimir just not taking damage anymore, honestly. Lucian ult comes down. Garen forced to run away as the Ziggs just slows them all down. Ziggs has been, both games, very good at kiting the enemy back, and it is an effective use of the kit. And I think they found success with it, although they are sacrificing just the hard carry like the Vayne. I mean, just adding a carry to be a big priority would be something to possibly look forward to in Nimbus Strike Esports. Thresh gets queued, opting not to jump on it though, as minions knocking on the Nexus turrets. Inhib turret likely will fall, followed by the top lane Inhib, as Nimbus Strike Esports just has their focus split. Minions or the enemy, which one do we go for? They're looking to fight the enemy. Xin Zhao gets quick pop. Garen not looking too good. Ziggs able to lay down a good bit of damage, but it's just not enough at this point. Lee Sin just able to jump around. Alistar knocks up Vladimir. Alistar jumps in. Garen forced to just run away as Nimbus Strike Esports is forced back in a fountain by Vladimir. Oh, actually Thresh Hook picks up the Vladimir. But one Nexus turret, Ziggs ult narrowly misses as he flashes out. Big damage going on. Garen forced to just walk away. Does go down. Lee Sin just jumping around, picking up kills left and right. Fochop nearly dead. Last one alive is Xin Zhao, unable to pick up a kill. That's gonna be game 2 for 5 is the last fight as they just take down the Nexus. That's game 2. We're looking at 1-1 for the series on Alhambra versus Nimbus Strike Esports. Who will take game 3? Okay, so since I am watching only replays, I do not actually have the game 3 ready yet. So we will just watch. They are currently 32 minutes into game 3. So we're going to take a quick break and come back when game 3 is finished and I can open up a replay for that. I probably won't play music. Do I play music? I don't know. It's a tough call. I was getting criticism for not playing music the last stream, week 1. But I'm feeling like not adding it. for week 2. I can barely hear the co-casters. Please, TY analyst desk. Oh man, you want Tyler 1 analyst desk? Well, embracing the spirit of Tyler 1, I will have to say, winnable. And that's all I have to say. Winnable. And also, you can't hear the co-casters because the co-casters literally said nothing. So, yeah, that's where that's at. Alright, we're gonna take a quick break and come back when Game 3 starts, because we're not doing an analyst desk. I'm sorry. But you just can't have what you want.
Analyst desk, please.
No.
The next replay is coming soon.
Oh, it is? They did just finish. Okay. In that case, we will have the Tyler 1 analyst desk of winnable. Good talk, good talk. Alright, third replay should be coming in here. I have to hope they don't spoil it before they send me the replay. Although it's likely that they will, let's be honest. Oh, here we go. We have the third final game of Strike Esports vs Alhambra. I just have to load up the replay. Ba, ba, ba. Oh boy, Justin with the troll tries to pass off the same replay as game 2 as being a new replay. I don't know what to make of that. Alright, big monkeys, it shouldn't be this hard to upload a replay. The game's been done for like 5 minutes. Alright, we're actually just gonna go on break at this point. I'll be back with game 3 in a few moments. Alright, here we go. We're back with game 3. We have Starzang on the Riven, Rise on the Zac, TPA Ezreal for Fochop, Jutton with the Zed, and back to game 1 Blitzcrank, which worked out well for them then. Galio, Xin Zhao, Caitlyn, Alistar, and Aatrox for Alhambra as we hop into game 3. Alright, we see the Starzang Riven. Some pings coming out for their arriving over here, possible invade. They did look to invade with the Alistar in game 2, so possibly a similar trend here in game 3. Although they won't find anyone there because Nimbus Strike Esports is up in the top lane, or top side, looking for their own invade. Both teams moving in, strategically clearing out the jungle that has no one in it. Seems like it's gonna be just a mostly peaceful swap. Xin Zhao looks to be sticking around as the rest of both teams just start to go back to their respective lanes. Yeah, just a mutual agreement to counter jungle each other. I believe they would have seen them with that ward. As your Blitzcrank do just avoid the situation. And that all happens. So there's the early game. Some possible shenanigans avoided for both teams. As we go more lane to lane. Riven versus Aatrox up in this top lane. It's gonna be an interesting one. You don't usually see Aatrox, but Zac possible early gank. He did learn his jumpy jump, so it does look to be some early aggression. Level 1 for both the top laners at this point. Early flash burn from Aatrox. That's gonna be a revisit top lane for sure, I would hope. Xin Zhao doing some counter jungling, picking up wraiths from Nimbus Strike Esports. This bot lane, Ezreal not the best AD carry to follow up with a Blitzcrank hook, although it is possible. Probably just going to be a farm lane for the most part, unless the Caitlyn and Alistar want to get aggressive. But it's probably just going to be more long-range poke trades. That's what I'm expecting out of bot lane. Mid lane, Jutton really been a key factor for Nimbus Strike Esports for most of their games. Is not looking too strong in this lane. Galio able to bully him out relatively early. Although he is still pretty much even on CS. Xin Zhao looking bottom lane. Could be some aggression, although it's unlikely. I'm kind of just wasting his time in the bot lane, honestly. Top lane. I don't know what to make of this matchup, honestly. Oh. Gank mid lane, picks up the Galio. Jutton with first blood. That could snowball strongly. It's possible. Riven able to outplay the Aatrox. A little bit of an unnecessary flash, but I guess he did what was necessary to pick up the kill. That's what we like to go with here. But regardless, 2 kills early for Nimbus Strike Esports. Looking to be a strong early game. Certainly has potential to snowball out of control. Riven certainly is just one of those champions that can just pop off. Aatrox, not really a champion you want to be too far behind on. But it is what it is. Xin Zhao, worth noting that he's unable to get much pressure done compared to Zach. Zach has already gotten one nice gank under his belt, clearing up the Galio in the mid lane. Whereas Xin Zhao just hasn't been as active yet. We'll see if that changes as the game goes on. Some possible pings coming out around the mid lane for both teams. Well, it doesn't look like anything is gonna start. Caitlyn with these traps is honestly quite obnoxious. For two champions that really like their mobility and their positioning, Ezreal and Blitzcrank are kind of confined by these traps. And it allows for easy skill shots like that. So I think Caitlyn's playing this matchup quite well. I'm not sure, again, we don't have access to the actual pick ban, but it's possible that the Caitlyn was picked into the Ezreal. Starzang not, oh, that was a nice little dash over the wall to get out of a really bad position. I don't know how we got there. I'm not going to pretend to know. But possible pressure with Zac coming up. Doesn't look like he's going to follow through with it. In the bot lane, Xin Zhao just hops over the wall. Nice little plant addition. Allowing him to escape scathe-free from a possible pinch. Riven looking for some aggression here. Does take a lot of damage. I'm not sure if that was the wisest play. Feel like with teleport it might not be a bad idea to teleport away and come back with full health. Or back and teleport back. With Ziggs in the top lane, I would like to see the aggressive teleport back into a gank as well. I feel like that could be very well orientated, especially if Riven teleports to this ward and then they can both come from behind. But it seems like they're too late for that as Aatrox is able to just walk away. I would have liked to see some sort of play like that since Zac was in the area. I mean, he's coming out to take CS anyway. I feel like they might have all tried to gank that. The teleport not going to be too useful. So I wouldn't mind seeing that cooldown come down. But that's not what they went for. Bot lane, Photrop must have had a couple sour trades. Alistar is hooked, ooh, but Photrop is really just too low to really fight this. Will end up just channeling the back. Although he might not take it. Does get... that was interesting. Possible mistake. Or maybe he just said, well, I'm backing anyway. Who knows? It's just a little risky. Caitlyn is hooked under tower. That could be a problem. Caitlyn is so close to dying. Let's see if Zac can pick up the kill. Alistar will die to turret. Zac will be unable to kill Caitlyn. But Ezreal picking up the kill on Alistar. Zed was killed in the mid lane. With the Xin Zhao gank. Xin Zhao now having equal pressure to Zac. Although arguably Zac allowed for Alistar to be killed. Ooh, Riven could get towered over here. It is not looking good. Minion's gonna be coming through soon. Galio there as well. He's, yeah, not gonna be able to back anytime soon. That was an interesting ult. I'm not sure why Riven ulted there. He was kinda dead. But I guess that's Riven ult. Zed looking to get onto Xin Zhao. Big damage here. The death mark will pop, giving Zed a nice little return kill for Xin Zhao, who overstayed his welcome. Bot lane CS. Ezreal is down 25 CS. That's substantial disadvantage for an Ezreal who's really looking to get this Triforce early. Although the Shin component is pretty strong, it's much nicer just to have the Triforce full. So this 25 CS difference is a pretty significant problem. Galio looking to be turned on here, or looking to turn on the Rise. Rise will walk away. Galio down substantial HP. Riven has a big wave up top. A little isolated top lane here as Riven runs away, possibly to ward. Nope, just to face check some shrubs. As Ezreal keeps on farming up that tier. Queuing minions every now and then. Trying to crawl back from that CS deficit. A couple pings out, just in the middle of nowhere. Not quite sure what that's about. Riven's not doing great in this matchup anymore. It was a very nice early kill that he got, but he just hasn't been able to turn it into anything. Aatrox has just been able to bully him from fairly long range, and it's just been too risky for him to go all in. He does have ult though, so it would be interesting to see them go full on head to head, one on one, just to see what happens. The Riven skills are already showing more than good enough. Blitzcrank dying in the bot lane to Xin Zhao gang. Sorry I missed that. Was talking too much about the top lane matchup. I mean, we already see if Riven was able to beat the Aatrox in a straight up 1v1 earlier, I feel like nothing's totally changed. Except maybe the Aatrox has gotten a little bit more confident in his ability. Coming down to smite Riven to the ground, pretty much. Just wasn't a good health pool for the Riven to be engaging on. Zac top lane a little too late. You know, your laner's back and there's not really a reason for you to be up there. But sticking around just in case, I guess, the tower dive came out. Possible more Xin Zhao aggression was shown. Blitzcrank does land the hook on Caitlyn. This could be an early kill. Ezreal just needs one more auto attack, does pick it up. Alistar now the focus. Will be stunned is the Ezreal, and the Ezreal is just content with taking his one kill on the Caitlyn. Ooh, Alistar does get hooked now. We'll see if Ezreal wraps around if he's interested. Misses the ultimate. Questionable from Fochop. I would like to see you attack the Alistar and then ult him, but I guess that works too. He was just getting CS. Alright. Aatrox is actually a level ahead of Riven. Oh, not anymore. Narrowly ahead. Taking a little bit of damage is Riven. Oh, fighting bot lane. Galio ult comes down. Zed looking for something, maybe a little cheeky dive on the Alistar. Nothing too bad breaks out, and both parties just walk away. Back up top lane, Riven has taken, I guess, some bad poke or something, and is just down so low, and Aatrox is able to just lifesteal back up to a healthy total, and really just challenge the Riven. See, when we look at it, Riven's dodging all of Aatrox's abilities like almost with ease with all the mini dashes that Riven has. And then we look away for a second and Riven's just getting murked. So not the best for Riven, just a little too cocky, I think, in his ability to outplay him. Jutton taking a little bit of damage from the Galio. Fighting bot lane. Xin Zhao again bot lane. A lot of pressure. Alistar out does come down. Possible turnaround 4-on-3. Low health bars for Alhambra. Although Zac just cancels the dash. Once he was found out, Galio will just walk away as well. Possible turret if they were to push this. Although, I don't think Rise is interested. Galio misses the dash. Zed now coming in with the ult. Does pick up the Alistar. Might die from Ignite though. He does. Alistar picking up the return kill. Zac looking to dash in. Will Xin Zhao dashing out of it. Zac going into his passive as Ezreal picks up the Galio. Some small damage from Caitlyn. Ooh, might get turned here. Blitzcrank. One hook could be the difference. Might just run up and hit the E instead. Well done. Oh. They don't get the kill. I guess hook was down. I'm not totally sure why they let the Caitlyn go that easily, but some return kills. Aatrox died top lane. Riven was able to, I guess, use ult and 1v1. I was too focused in the bot lane skirmish. Dragon, potential target for Nimbus Strike Esports. Although it looks like they're not going to do it. Instead, looking bot lane. Xin Zhao has been bot lane many times and has really been able to shut down this early Ezreal quite well and just get overall kills. CS lead is 20 for Ezreal right now. As things break into a small calm. Both parties just content on CSing for a little bit. Some trades going out in the top lane. Riven does not have the minion advantage, so we'll take a good bit of damage from the cannon and 5 small minions. Oh, Ezreal pickaxe. That's interesting. So he's abandoning his early Triforce in favor of the pickaxe. I wonder what he'll turn that into. What just happened? Okay. The team had a little stutter there. Also, I apologize for the dogs. Dogs like to bark, what can I say? Riven looking to go all in on the Aatrox. Very little health, but might be able to get this turnaround. Shield comes down. Little bit of effective life pool. Aatrox is not looking good. Trying to lifesteal on a couple minions. Galio dashes up. Zed will be able to probably clean up this Aatrox. Yes, ult comes down. Jutton coming in, stunning up the Galio. Does have to be careful. The Galio could turn at any second. Xin Zhao also coming up. Riven does have to be extremely careful. The dash forward, punished. The Zac also coming in. Is alone though. Jutton not opting for the fight as Zac is able to walk out. Overall a trade. Riven could have prevented his death if he was not greedy for the Galio. It's just unnecessary. Take the kill you can get, then just back off, grab some CS. Maybe Jutton can chase, but it's just risky, especially to burn flash forward like that. I mean, you don't have vision of what could be coming up. You don't know where Xin Zhao is. Just that map awareness could have saved a kill or a death from Riven. But greed, too powerful. As we go back to some farming, gold is practically equal. Only 100 the difference now. 100, 200. Possible dragon. Scuttlecrab is picked up by Xin Zhao. As we look top lane, more fighting. Riven continuing aggression on this Aatrox. Aatrox does pop ult. Both pop ult. Riven should be able to clean this up. Resurrection. And wow. Very clean from the Riven. Able to pick up the Aatrox. Little bit of low health, but Riven clearly knows what she's doing and is used to fighting on low health, as Riven players kind of need to be. But really punishing this Aatrox. 1 in 4. We see Riven just excellently kiting around Aatrox's abilities. stopping him from doing too much damage. Playing around on those low life totals. Galio was an interesting pick in the mid lane. Able to push waves relatively fast by just wiping out the casters in one fell swoop. Rise narrowly avoids getting turned on. And being able to push the wave in, especially on Jetson, he's already showed his hand game 1 and 2 that roaming is something he loves to do. He's very, very quick to roam and roams with very, very good effectiveness. And so having someone who can push the wave in consistently and with, one ability is something that's just nice to have. Just that way if Jetson does decide to roam, he will always be punished with lack of CS, which forces him to make the most out of his roams. Riven will likely look for some aggression, if anything. If any trends have been established at this point, aggression comes out. Full combo used from Riven. It does not have, or does have ult though, so could look for more after this just one trade. We see Aatrox does decide to stick around, so really just setting Riven up for the potential. Xin Zhao waiting around in the mid lane does show himself as just CS's a little bit. Ooh, some aggression turned around by the Aatrox. Does get the resurrection as Riven. Will just run away afterwards though. Just taking the resurrection off the Aatrox. Galio could turn with Xin Zhao, although Zac is there as well. It would be a 2v2. But if they could burst through the Jutton fairly quickly. Zac has been hovering a little bit farther back. Although it is worth noting that a lot of the times Jutton has vaulted, he's been jumping almost straight onto Xin Zhao every time. Targeting that squishy champion. Although we see Zac now caught out, forced to flash away. Alistar there as well. Too much CC for the Zac to really handle. Oh, actually gets out. The flash forced to come through. Galio ult comes through. Jutton gets the shutdown on the Xin Zhao. Goes back to his other shatter. Hook onto Caitlyn. Possible turnaround. Ezreal goes down. No kiting. Just CC locked in place. Blue not looking to be in a good position either, as he gets just knocked around. Caitlyn laying down the auto attacks. The trap also. Jutton just absorbs the Caitlyn ult and walks away clean. Riven unable to get into the fight, although it looked like he wanted to. He was starting to run down, but just too late to really be of any use. There's the ult coming down. Riven is looking to just wipe this Aatrox. Oh, misses the big execution though, and that will be a punish. Aatrox able to pick up the 1v1 kill, finishing with about 150 health. It all came down to Riven missing his second ult pop. Skill shots are apparently too hard for the top laner. He should take some lessons from Fochop. Well, actually, Fochop had that ult miss in the bot lane too. He usually needs to take some lessons in general. Possible interest in Dragon. Alhambra shouldn't be too worried though. We'll be able to get there in time if they do decide to. It does look like they're starting it. Doesn't look like Alhambra really carries. They're starting to kind of funnel that way, but Dragon's already gone. Zed picks it up. Wonderful smite from Rise. Honestly, just brilliant. Been very critical of Rise's smites this series. Dropping Baron and Elder Dragon to Shiro in game 1. It's just not something you want to see. Oh, we see the Iceborne Gauntlet from Fochop instead of Triforce. That's very interesting, especially since 4 out of 5 of Alhambra's players are melee. Having that ability to kite is very good. Caitlyn getting the shutdown outplay on the Zed Blumblue sticking around a little too long, gets tower dove. Zach also looking for some potential aggression onto Aatrox. Oh, Aatrox, or Ezreal ult hitting. Riven picks up a tower, but if he was there, he probably would have been able to pick up 1, maybe 2 kills onto the Galio as well. A little unfortunate, but getting a tower is not at all a bad thing. Red buff counter jungled away by Caitlyn. This tower will probably fall. And this game's looking out of hand for Nimbus Strike Esports. They had the strong early presence, but then they've kind of just sat back and given all the initiative to back to Alhambra. We see the dominant top lane pressure that Riven was able to put down onto the Aatrox turning around in the last couple fights, with Aatrox being able to pick up the kill instead. Just the miss on the second activation of the ult is quite unfortunate for the Riven. CS lead in the bot lane has grown from 25 to around 40 now, as well as actually an equal stat line. So only difference is really coming from CS. Again, this is Fochop, our Nimbus E-Strike support, who is filling in as AD carry. So possibly some adjustment to the role problems that he's having. Jungler difference. Xin Zhao has been strong in the jungle and has had jungle pressure, but multiple times has just been caught out by the Zed and just quickly assassinated. Although despite that, he has still had more pressure than the Zac, and especially with Zac's long jump, I feel like Rise should have been able to do more. Maybe enable some fights in the top lane, get the Riven snowballing decisively. Maybe even a couple more in the mid lane. You saw first blood came when Zac ganked came mid lane to kill the Galio. I question why kind of the jungle pressure has fallen off from Zac. Just a little weird. Ezreal ulting just to clear the waves. As Riven coming in behind, getting pinged off by the teammates, actually. Does come in strong with the ult, although does get chunked out real fast. Galio ult coming in will only hit one person, but Rise is given up to the Hounds. Jutton looking for a sneaky play though. Possibly could take that shadow. Does not. Ezreal gets popped, so does Blitzcrank. And this game is just slipping away from Nimbus Strike Esports. As they start knocking on the inhib. Zed probably won't be able to do too much about this. Ult is up, but it's a 2-on-4. They have to let the inhibitor fall. And red team pings to Baron. Without the jungler up. 9 seconds is the count for Rise, although first of all we know his smite history, and second of all he probably won't get there in time. All 5 members of Alhambra there are probably just gonna clean this up nice and quick. Ooh, actually not. They decide to back away, a little bit scared of the Riven Zed that are coming back in. Zac is back now, actually going to clear Gromp. Typical junglers, man. Caitlyn's just auto-attacking it over the wall. It's kind of funny. Alistar taking some cues for his vision pressure. Vision is not good. We'll put it that way for Nimbus Strike Esports. We see wards all throughout their jungle. They have vision of them nearly anywhere they go. We see, if we look at the mini-map, we have vision almost throughout their whole jungle. Whereas, on the other side, we really only have wards concentrated around Baron, and a little bit of, well, not anymore. but up towards the top side. And they haven't really been able to accomplish much with their topside vision. And it's not dominant vision control either. We see Alistar sweeping it out. We see other wards as well. Riven possibly looking to solo this Infernal Drake. Zac just baiting the Xin Zhao away. Zac is forced to flash. Riven just content on taking Dragon. Xin Zhao will discover it. Zac might look for the steal. I would like to see him get this red team slain that Zac goes down for his troubles. That's Dragon. Aatrox jumps in, stunned up. Galio coming in as well. Galio ult. Clean whiff as everyone evacuates. Caitlyn ult just to try to get the assist, I guess, as Bumblue is separated from his team and forced to run away. Zed turning onto Caitlyn. Possible aggression. Although he's forced to back off when Alistar is there as well. Ezreal could be a little close if Alistar had hit the combo. That would have been a little scary. Possibly a second inhib going down here. This is not looking good for Nimbus Strike Esports. Alhambra able to just really take a decisive lead off this game. Just the discrepancies in the lanes. The top lane discrepancy was neutralized, and now they're just able to pull ahead. The jungle discrepancy is a big one. AD carries are quite close to being equal, although Caitlyn has just had a stronger team comp around her and is able to deal a lot more consistent damage. We see Riven dying nice and early. Rise unable to do too much as the hook goes through the Zanya'd Galio. Nimbus Strike Esports is split. Galio does get shut down. Zed has a nice assassination. But Nimbus Strike Esports just forced to run away. Caitlyn might go down. Will pick up Zed, but Zed dies. And the Nexus will fall. And that's 2-1 victory for Alhambra. Week 2 of FSL. That was just clinical game, really, from Alhambra. Was able to just stay controlled from behind, and just slowly claw back and turn into a victory. So that concludes week 2 of the FSL. I'll catch you all next week. Peace.